right here, right now. It's LA South. I'm Pamela Kay, and more coffee, please. You'll know why I'm asking for more coffee after you see blues sensation Gitlo Lee up next.
I walk 47 miles of barbed wire. I wear gold snakes for a necktie. I got a brand new house on the roadside made of rattlesnake hide. I got a brand new chimney on the top made of a human skull. Come on, baby, tell me, who do you love? I rode around the town with a rattlesnake whip. Come on, baby, don't give me no lip, but tell me, who do you love?
There's only one name you need to know, and that's Gitlo. That name is synonymous with Southern blues, and I am fortunate enough, ladies, to be hanging with Gitlo right now. Now, Gitlo, I hear that you are from the swamps of Louisiana.
No, I'm from the swamps of Georgia.
Oh, the swamps of Georgia? Only alligators come from the swamps of Louisiana.
Well, only alligators come from the swamp of Georgia, the Okefenokee Swamp.
The Okefenokee Swamps. Give me more on that.
Well, the Okefenokee is the largest freshwater swamp in the state of Georgia, and I was born in the Okefenokee Swamp. It's kind of like, just like being in Acadiana. It's like being in southern Louisiana. Different things grow in the swamp, and we live off them, and we love the swamp, just like being home, being here.
Now, what about the cooking in Georgia as compared to the cooking in South Louisiana?
The cooking in Georgia is very similar, but not with the spices and the cayenne. The cayenne is the bomb. It's been really great for me on my doctor checkups, and I love it. The cooking is just wonderful. It's just, you have more season, more style, and a lot of onions. You know, I like that.
A lot of onions, a lot of style. Now, how much has that influenced your music?
It influenced my music a lot because of the Zydeco music I've listened to at several places, and you know, it's just that much of a difference to make me love the Zydeco, and I am a blues man. I'm a blues man with Zydeco blues for listening to it. It's like I got the blues for Zydeco now. Not to play it, but just to listen to it, just to enjoy the culture. The night was dark and the sky was blue. Down the alley, the ice wagon flew. You hear the bump, I heard a scream. You should have heard just what I seen. Now tell me, who do you love? Who do you love, honey? Who do you love?
Well, the blues is in your blood, and it goes back all the way to your family. You had a real strong spiritual kind of origin with your background. Let's talk about that influence.
Right. My father was a minister of Church of God in Christ, and my mother was the mother of his church, and we grew up on a turpentine farm, dipping turpentine, farming pine trees and getting the rosin out of the trees and making glass and plastic. And I just grew up singing in a gospel group. We were called the Lee Brothers, my last name, the Lee Brothers, and we hung out with the Hightower Brothers and the Mighty Clouds of Joy and the Swanee Quintets and southern groups all around Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia.
Now, how did your mom feel like it was for you going from being a young man singing in church and then going into blues music, because blues kind of covers a lot of different topics that a church woman might not appreciate. That's
true, and she did. You know, women are a little different from men from my experience. My father said no immediately. My mother said, how much are you paying?
Oh, she's ready to go shopping.
Yeah, and I was offered $100 by Sonny Boy Williams. You got Sonny Boy Williams 1 and Sonny Boy 2. This was Sonny Boy 1, and I could tell he was in his latter days, you know, from the way he looked, and I was really scared of him. But when he said $100, my mother said, okay. You know, because $100 in 1963 went a long ways, you know, for a family of 10 boys and 3 girls. So I bought the beans and rice that week. I got a Mohican silk, I got a beaver skin hat, I got a Cadillac with a diamond in the back. I got a diamond ring to the finger of my hand. All the women call me the Hoochie Coochie man. Who do you love?
Can't get enough of the Hoochie Coochie man? There's more coming up next. It's time to get you a little more Gitlo.
I had built this guitar. I burned a tire, a car tire, and I got the wire out of the car tire, and some nails and some staples and a 2x4, and I got some Prince Albert cans, old Prince Albert cans, and I cut the bottom out, took the bottom out, and I made my frets, because the can had like ridges up in the bottom, and I made frets all the way down, and I was actually hitting a tune. And they talk like this in Georgia. He said, boy said, what are you doing? I said, I'm playing my guitar. And he said, you want me to bring you a guitar if it's all right with your parents? I said, well, I asked my mom. So I went on about 8 or 10 months and forgot about it. And he showed up one day with a guitar tune, and he taught me 3 chords. And it was blues, and it was different from my brother that was teaching me gospel. My brother actually influenced me. He went on to make several gospel records with famous groups. But the insurance man had something different. He was doing, you got me running, you got me hiding, I wanted to know what all that was about, so yeah, he actually influenced me, and my mother kept the guitar until she passed in 2004. My baby called me coffee, 'cause I grind so fine. Yeah, my baby called me coffee, 'cause I grind so fine. We ain't never worried about no man, or no woman taking no one of mine, 'cause I'm coffee and I know how to grind. Listen, people,
You've got this European tour coming up. Let's talk about all the great things you've got coming up in the next year.
Well, we got with John Bro Jr. got me hooked up with Mr. James Bateman, which is the world's greatest promoter. Stevie Wonder, he just did Taylor Swift. He's old school and new school. He goes way back in the Motown days, and he's up to date. Like I said, Taylor Swift, and he got me jobs booked in Europe. And I'm the real deal from Georgia. If you got something out there and you're real about it, go share it with the people, because God may have your blessing just in that one thing, and you trying to keep up with so many other things that don't make any sense to you. So, try your gift and try doing right by people and doing the right thing. And that's where I am. So I want to go to Russia for a year. I just want to be over there for a year. I figure if I can make the money in 2 years, why do it 10 years,
Absolutely. Well, he gets that from his mom. If you didn't catch that earlier.
I give my baby a big cup of coffee in the morning. She said, Gitlo, save my sugar for late tonight. I said, all right. Yeah, I give my baby a big stiff cup of coffee every morning. She said, Gitlo, will you save my sugar for late tonight? I said, all right. She loved for me to pour up a cup, I always stir that coffee cream and sugar up just right. Oh, yeah.
Well, one of the things I love about you, and I know this is coming across to everyone watching, is you have such a humble spirit.
Thank you.
And you are real.
Thank you.
And you are so talented, and people do know that you have been all over the world. You've traveled with some amazing musicians. Do you want to name drop just a little bit more?
Well, Sonny Boy Williams picked me up on that gig when I was 13 years old, and my mother wouldn't let me go with him because I was only 13 years old. I liked it, the band, I liked it, the new station wagon they was in, and there I am barely able to have a pair of shoes. You know, I think I had to borrow someone's shoes to go to the gig that night. And you know, with 10 boys and 3 girls in a 3-bedroom house, you know, you do what you can. But I left Sonny Boy and I went on the road and hung out with Ricky Calloway from '67 till 1980. You know, we ran up and down the road, which he's a big star now. He took over for James Brown. But I was actually with James Brown for like 2 years and a half. And he was very strict. I mean, you know, very, very strict. Kids today don't understand what strict mean. I mean, you had duties with James Brown. You couldn't come on his stage if your pants, if you wore oversized 32. You could not even be on his stage, period.
So no slapping.
And every time you missed one chord, it was $25, and he could hear everything. One night we lost the microphone, and he went stone berserk, and we found that microphone. I mean, I was upstairs messing around, and it was time to go back on, and I walked on the stage lightly because I was scared of the man, really, but he was about this big. I was always taller than him. And he said, "You through, boy?" I said, "Sir?" He said, "You through. You doing that monkey shine. Monkey shine, that's what you're doing." They said, "Get in the car." He said, "Do you fly?" I said, "No, sir, I can't fly. I was a kid. I'm getting fired, and I'm about 19 now, so I'm getting fired off of the job I really love." And he had no mercy on me. He put me on the bus in LA. It seemed like I rode for a year, that bus. It just stopped everywhere.
Oh, no.
I didn't even know where I was when I got home.
But you made it home, and he fired you.
He fired me, and from then on, we was friends. We could talk. He'd throw me with Tony Cook in the trunk of funk, and Fred Wesley and Maceo, Yvonne Jackson. You would get along through with him. When Brown was through with you, he was through. But he paid everybody he owed. I mean, up to the penny. And I kept the last, my check, I kept the last check stub that he wrote for me. You know, it's like $83.50 after my bus ticket.
Well, we're not going to tell what his checks are worth these days, but it's time for Fabulous Gitlo Lee.
I don't like whiskey. I don't like wine. I just drink beer all the time. Give me a beer. Will somebody give me a beer? Give me a beer, my dear. Somebody give me a beer.
I'm with Billy Davenport from Lafayette. Well, Billy, what you got for me today?
Yeah, I came by to talk about the Patrick Williamson Memorial Foundation.
Well, who's Patrick Williamson?
He was a classmate of mine, and he was killed in Afghanistan a couple of years back by an IED. And we're having a benefit ski shoot. This will be the 3rd annual one.
Oh, wow. Well, tell me, how did this foundation get started?
Well, I guess his parents kind of got closer to it and saw that it'd benefit a lot of other people if, you know, you could have a certain organization, I guess you could say, to put money into scholarships or to other families that have been through the same kind of deal. Like we have a van that's specifically made for an injured vet. So that kind of, I guess just to give back to the community of what he did for us going overseas. So.
Oh, that's terrific. So you've got medical transport that's available, and what are the schools that are benefiting from the scholarships?
He went to St. Cecilia and St. Thomas More, so one's going to go to an 8th grader from there and a senior at St. Thomas More. And then other money goes to, like they do care packages, they go overseas, so they'll get, you know, money will go to helping send things over to other sons and daughters overseas like that.
Well, we always want to support anything that's helping our servicemen and women. And this goes to support veterans right now that, you know, we definitely want to show that support to that have come back from Afghanistan or any of the other wars in the past. Now, for this skeet shoot in particular, for people that aren't familiar with skeet shoots, let's talk a little bit about that, what all is involved.
Okay, well, you get 100 shots at a skeet. That's the most you can shoot, and the best out of 100 wins the skeet tournament. And they also have like flurries and different things, different kind of competitions you can do with it. And along with that, they'll have live music. They'll have tons of food. There's probably, I couldn't even tell you how many different kinds of food we'll have, but it's gonna be a good time.
Now, for the food, there are different businesses that come
and
donate?
Yeah, different businesses will be there. They'll have their own cook trailers, and ourselves will be cooking as well. And you won't run out of food or beer for that reason anyway.
Well, skeet shooting, yummy food, and it's all for a good cause. Tell them when and where and how to get tickets.
It's going to be held April 13th at the Wilderness Gun Club. And if you want to get any more information about sponsorship, volunteers, or anything like that, you can go to www.patrickwilliamson.org. And that's about it.
And we'll see you there. It's time for TJ and Cody with the Mix 107 update.
Hey, it's TJ.
Hey, Cody.
With your Mix 1071's entertainment news and celebrity gossip on a Monday afternoon, evening. We can't tell. We're always stuck in a little box.
Yeah.
But hey, we're proud to be here with you. All right, so Finding Nemo fans. After years, the first one was released in 2003. The Finding Nemo 2, get ready.
Got a long way.
Yeah, it's going to be released in 2016. You got 3 more years to wait. The anticipation is just going to build and build.
Man.
But hey, the good news is 2 voices have already been confirmed. You got Ellen DeGeneres as Dory.
All right.
And Marlon will be back as Albert Brooks. He's going to be the voice of Marlon yet again.
Yeah, I don't like when a big project is announced years and years in advance. It just...
Because the hype is there, and eventually the hype will just die. You got 3 more years. Cool. But there is a twist, and maybe that's why they're releasing the voices now and won't release the little twist they got until closer to the release of the film. We got the details on our website right now at mix1071fm.com. So Cody, I got to ask you a very important question.
Go for it.
If you can go on a date with any celebrity, who would you pick?
Ah, man. There's a lot. But I don't know. I guess I'd have to pick. We'll go with Mila Kunis.
All right.
Kunis.
Okay. The girl from Ted.
What about you?
Oh man. It was Miley Cyrus before the haircut.
Yeah. Kinda just ruined it for you.
I mean, yeah. And
it was a Katy Perry. It'd be Katy Perry.
No, it wouldn't.
Okay. Well.
Demi Lovato.
Oh yeah, that's
Demi,
right.
my
Demi
girl
Lovato.
Demi. If I can go on a date with any celebrity, it has to be Demi Lovato.
What about you?
Yeah.
If you had one date with a celebrity crush, who would it be? Let us know on our Facebook, facebook.com/mix1071.
Like the page, spread the word, and become a fan. It's that easy.
Now
That
remember,
quick.
he has a surprise up his sleeve once we get to 1,000 likes.
We're just below 530. When we get 1,000, watch out. I got something planned. Once again, I'm TJ
and Cody
with your Mix 1071's entertainment news and celebrity gossip. We'll be back with you on Wednesday. Have a good week.
Thanks for joining us. See you on Wednesday.